So guys, we are live with the Chinese sprint race, and I think this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be dominance by absolute domination by Mercedes for sure. They have better battery deployment strategies. The setup is good. They don't have to fear Ferrari because their own worst enemy is themselves, their strategist itself. So just wanted to check like if they can pull a miracle or not. But yeah, I think it's not possible. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And yep, I think within 7 minutes it should start. And let's just hope that Ferrari has something in their pocket. They haven't deployed the Macarena wing, rear wing basically. I'm not sure why, but yeah, they haven't deployed it yesterday. I think they deployed it, but then they again didn't took it. I didn't see that in the qualifying for sprint, so I'm not sure if they are confident enough with that setup. But talking about uh, talking about Max Verstappen 1.7 gap. I think it after dominating like 5 years, we have seen it for the first time that in qualifying Max Verstappen is anywhere outside 1 second gap. I think that was rare if that happened in between 2021 to 2025. But I'm just saying, I haven't seen 1.7 gap to Max Verstappen from the pole. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. The setup was horrible. It seems the rear was sliding in the final turn. So let's see how it goes. For McLaren, I think McLaren is the third best constructor. It's gonna be the third best constructor for um, for this year. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And I think my take for this GP would be again George and Russell. Sorry, George and Antonelli, and I think it's a podium for Hamilton or Leclerc on the third position. Fourth for McLaren. I'm sorry, fourth for McLaren team, and then I think Mercedes. I think then Max Verstappen will come into the picture because I don't think because in the race of I think in the race of you know what was it like Australian GP? I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, Australian GP. You can see that Verstappen did came from like 20th to sixth position very fast, but after that, it kind of disappeared. That kind of like evaporated. That pace evaporated. That hunt for climbing up the position that was not there. And it's not like Verstappen was not trying or they're trying to sandbag now as well. It's just that the car didn't have the pace to compete with these McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes for sure. So I think it is safe to say that I mean, it's just the first race, but yeah, I think mm, Mercedes is a mid team right now. It's a part of a mid team. So they are like upper mid team. Like nobody's gonna catch Verstappen, but Verstappen is not gonna catch McLaren, Ferrari, or Mercedes as well. So until and unless they get an upgrade, somewhere somehow, there's always a possibility for that. You never count or you never bet against Max Verstappen. So that's there. But yeah, let's see how it goes. And I really think that it's gonna be I think it's gonna be huge in terms of what can be done by the regulations for the regulations by FIA because it's horrible so far. It is definitely horrible. I liked it. I liked Australian GP because it was good. There were so many overtakes. I know they were fake. It's like they were trying to deploy the battery, or they were trying to recharge the battery by braking on the straights and getting on the turn, and then again deploying the battery on the straight on the another straight. But yeah, that's just like that's not racing. That's like management, like all the other drivers said, it's just management, battery management. They are just not good. But yeah, I think it's just boring. uh all you want to do is like both the cars are going at full throttle, and then it's just a battle of like who's gonna brake first. It's just a battle of like the cowboys facing off each other, and it's like like who blinks first. It's that kind of battle basically, usually before these regulations came. But now it's just like, oh, I need to brake because there's gonna be another straight line, and I have to kind of I have to conserve, or I have to recharge the battery basically for the deployment on the straight line. So yeah, I think it's just stupid, not cool enough, not cool for sure. It looks good on TV. Some of the overtakes were like beautiful, where both the people were like, okay, I'm not gonna deploy the battery now. I'm gonna recharge the battery. So they were turning, and then again on the straight line when they were deploying the battery, they were overtaking them in the max speed. I think Charles Leclerc versus George Russell was an amazing fight. Pierre Gasly race with, I'm not sure who. I think it was Ocon. It was good. Helja versus no, I'm sorry. Arvid versus Max Verstappen was good. I mean, he was able to defend a lot. Usually, Max, passes very quickly, but yeah, Arvid was able to hold them, properly. So these kind of battles were like amazing. It was not that bad, but then yeah, again, when you understand that, oh, okay, the reason that they are like able to overtake is,
यार इस बार आर्यन को मोनाको ले जा रहा हूँ फॉर्मूला 1 दिखाने। हो
So I think the race will start soon, and then we will go for it. So yeah. It's gonna be a 19 lap race, and for sure it's gonna be fun to watch. Let's just see how the players. Okay, the players are out on a lap, and yep. I'm not sure. I think there is some issue with my fan code. It is buffering, but for some reason I'm not able to see the race so far.
यार इस बार आर्यन को मोनाको ले जा रहा हूँ फॉर्मूला 1 दिखाने। हो
I have to buy the F1 TV for sure. Okay guys, we are live with the race. I think it is still buffering horribly. Now we are at the formation lap. Let's see how it goes.
On for the engineers, and especially the engine engineers, keeping an eye on.
So I'm just checking like which dashboard is good. I think this is good, or like which one is good.
On this warm-up lap before you come onto the grid again is super important, and it's an absolutely nerve-wracking time for all of those engineers. Getting the turbo spun up, of course, at the start the best you can, with the battery in the right place, it goes hand in hand.
I think
the
this
two
is good.
kind of feed off of each other. So getting it all in the sweet spot is absolutely critical. And my biggest fear is that we get a situation like we saw with Lawson last time out. We don't want a car to be standing still when the rest are flooding through at very high speeds.
Very true. Last year's winner of the sprint from pole was Lewis Hamilton. He's on the medium tyre, Bernie Collins. There are some, though, who've gone away from the strategy you were predicting 20 minutes ago.
Yes, Crofty, well, that's the best thing about these. We'd like to see a bit of strategy divergence. The majority of the field on that medium tyre, as we discussed. The outliers then, only a single car on a soft. That is Isaac Hadjar in P10. So watch out for his start.
I think this is good enough. Let's just see how it goes.
Particularly with that soft tyre. 3 drivers on the hard tyre. Liam Lawson,
3 drivers on the
Carlos
hard tire.
Sainz and Fernando
Nice.
Alonso. They're all on a new hard tyre. So majority on medium.
They are on the new
Can
hard tires. I'm
Isaac
not
Hadjar
sure
make that
like
soft last?
if
Will the
they're gonna
hard be
do
better at the end of the race?
a pit
Those are the
stop,
big things to look out for.
or they're like trying to collect the data. But I think there is one compulsory pit stop that has to be done basically, right? So
for 19
yeah.
laps. He might make gains at the start, might be vulnerable later on, and will we see the Toto Wolff knowing smile by the end of this race as the two Mercedes sit in pole and second, their 4th sprint pole for Mercedes and a first lockout for the Silver Arrows in a sprint race since Monza in 2021.
Obviously,
Nervy time here.
it absolutely is, Crofty, and obviously for a driver, that opening lap is where you can make or lose positions and you're going to be full attack, but then you very quickly got to settle down and start thinking particularly about that front left tyre.
And I hope that we get a little bit more.
Let's see
time
what
than we had in Melbourne, when
what
the
surprise
five
we
lights
have
went on. The 5th light went on and it was out before you could even blink.
for the starting.
catch
Who
you
is
out?
starting from the pit lane?
A little. I think he caught some of the
Albon or
drivers out as
Sainz?
well. Alex Albon starting
Alex
in the
Albon.
pit lane. Both Williams out in SQ1 for the first time here in Shanghai.
Where is my
We've already
bro
seen a few
Checo
adventures for
here?
Alex Albon on his
I
lap
cannot see
to
him.
the grid. A big
I
lockup.
cannot
Greg
see
Gasly
him.
was having a few lockups too. Here's the green flag then, and you'll see the blue panels on the right-hand side flash. Pre-start procedure. Get those revs up for the 21 drivers on the grid. And now
Some car gonna stall. Let's see if it happens or not.
Lights out and
Okay,
away
one
we go.
car was slow.
Gets away brilliantly.
George Russell. Antonelli has a bad start. Antonelli had a super bad start. Antonelli had a very, very bad start.
Between Charles Leclerc and Oscar Piastri running wide for the McLaren. It was a brilliant start by Hamilton. He's up into second
Exactly.
place
He
now.
moved. He moved to the left. He moved to the right, and then he just pedaled the floor. I think. I'm not sure where.
7th for poor old Kimi Antonelli there. A
Yeah.
terrible getaway.
Terrible getaway for him. Unlucky though. Oh, there is an accident. There was a contact. There was a contact.
Bits of bodywork come flying off. This has been a disastrous start for him. Charles Leclerc ahead of Oscar Piastri. Both Ferrari starting well, and now Lewis Hamilton.
Lewis Hamilton did the overtake now.
George Russell. Lewis
Brilliant.
Hamilton leads the sprint. What an
A place
Brilliant.
where
This
usually
was
nothing
brilliant.
overtaken at all.
In terms of like,
I
yeah.
think George Russell was expecting it. You're right. It's not commonplace to overtake there.
So Hamilton and Leclerc is in the race. Antonelli has gone to 8th.
Arvid Lindblad. Lance Stroll had to take avoiding action there. The Racing Bulls continuing the spin round. As he
I think yellow flag is not gonna start much longer. Not gonna last much longer. But George Russell is back again. Yep. And he has taken the lead. He has taken the lead.
Can Hamilton switch back and maybe use a bit of boost and energy to get Russell by the final corner?
Oh,
No,
this is fantastic.
safe for the time
This
being.
is fantastic.
In first place.
I don't know what happened with the Arvid, but yeah, he has dropped down a lot.
Russell from Hamilton.
Perez is in 18th now.
And now Hamilton in the
Hamilton has again overtook the Russell, and this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Like, wow, I was not expecting this.
Obviously that Russell used to get past.
I was not expecting that. But yeah, I think George Russell is in a danger with Charles Leclerc as well, so he has to attack and defend at the same time. So let's see how it goes. But I think the race is gonna be in favor of Hamilton. I am not sure because their start is fantastic, but they are not able to do that for the rest of the race. So let's see. Something happened to Arvid. Arvid is in the last. Perez is in 20th. I'm not sure how or why. Okay, Perez has. There is an amazing fight going on between Perez and Nico Hülkenberg. Can we see that? Can we see that? Come on, guys. It's Perez who is fighting it out. Hülkenberg is in top again.
George Russell. Then comes Charles Leclerc.
Antonelli has gained position again, so which is a good thing. But I think it will be hard to pass him, to pass Piastri. You know, it won't be easy. Antonelli has that kind of pace in the Mercedes, but let's see how it happens. Nope, Lewis did a fantastic job, defending his line.
Second weekend running, George Russell is involved in an early stage tussle with
Exactly.
the Ferraris. This time around, it's Hamilton who leads.
Bro, I think Ferrari are gonna pull off a miracle. I think they are gonna do something. George Russell doesn't have a battery to deploy for. Lewis Hamilton has 40% of battery. I think this is amazing. This is brilliant. Lewis Hamilton is the fastest, really the fastest lap. For the moment, it's lap 3 of 19. Max Verstappen is in 14th. How? I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Max Verstappen is in 14th. Okay, Toto Wolff is happy now. Even though Russell is struggling to fight out there, I think Toto Wolff is happy now.
Even though this is a sprint race and you got a lot less fuel on board than the Grand Prix will be, they seem to be able to fight the Mercedes in a race pace, but totally not in qualifying.
Isaac Hadjar and Kimi Antonelli under investigation by the
I think Ferrari with the medium tire is working wonders. It's just that when they change the tire or the strategy, when they try to do something, you know, that's when they fuck up. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I think for me, I think Ferrari winning this race, damn, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Ferrari has it coming. I mean, Verstappen is not able to catch Colapinto. Verstappen is not able to catch. Oh, he has passed, overtook Hamilton for sure. I think Hamilton is not gonna give position to the Charles Leclerc because you know, his car is fast. We have seen in the Australia as well that his car was fast. So yeah, let's see how it goes. There was like 3 times or 4 times the leader has changed in 3 laps itself. So yeah, I think this is awesome. From the outside, he has overtaken George Russell from the outside. It's just 4 laps and we have seen 5 times the leaders have changed. Russell is still behind like 20% in terms of like battery capacity that he has right now. So Hamilton is in the advantage. He is using the battery much more efficiently. This is awesome. I think Charles needs to put pressure on the George Russell so that, you know, he is not distracted to attack Lewis Hamilton, but is focused more on the defense. I think Charles Leclerc is catching him as well. So yeah, let's see how it goes. This is amazing. Perez is in 20th. Nico Hülkenberg is in 17th. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I'm just gonna cry. No.
Norris and Piastri really running their own race at the moment, the 2 McLarens, a long way off the early pace of the Mercedes of Russell and the 2 Ferraris for whom Lewis Hamilton.
Verstappen has caught up to Colapinto now. He has to fight Bartolomeo. I say Bartolomeo, but yeah, I think Bartolomeo in Audi is kind of a threat. He is driving good. His car is fast. So yeah, Kimi Antonelli is on the tail of Piastri. So yeah, I think here he's gonna overdo the overtake. Yep, he went for the inside line. He did went for the inside line. Beautiful overtake. Beautiful overtake. Let's see if he can Piastri can come back from the outside. Charles Leclerc has passed. No, that was Hamilton. That was Hamilton. Sorry. That was Hamilton. I thought that it was Charles Leclerc. I was looking back at the Lando Norris and Antonelli. Sorry, Piastri versus Antonelli. So yeah, I got distracted there.
Not quite close enough this time. How is Kimi getting? Yeah, so he's been repassed by Piastri. I just saw them flash up in the background.
Right, let's have a look at the start once again. And Russell was pointing a bit to the right.
You see, Antonelli didn't got the proper start. I think, you know,
bogged down as well. And into the first corner, Russell at that moment has the advantage. There's Norris running wide.
And then I'm keeping an eye on Antonelli in 7th place as it was back then. And I just want to see what happened down in towards turn 6.
Well, they file through there. Alex Albon playing catch-up from the pit lane. Hamilton.
They have a rocket. They have a rocket.
I mean, flattered obviously by the very slow starting Kimi Antonelli, but you'd have to say.
Okay, Sonu Bhaiya is messaging me that Mercedes are rocket. Nah, you have to watch the race. Ferrari is winning. I have to text him, guys. Just a second. Yep. I have to text him.
And now George Russell on the inside at the hairpin, trying to get past Lewis Hamilton. Charles Leclerc getting interested in this one as well. Russell's back in the lead of this race. Lap 5, another new sprint leader.
We have another new sprint leader. Russell is there. But I think, like I said, you know, it's not about the overtake. These are like the dummy overtakes. You know, we have to see the check on the battery deployment. Oh, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton are fighting each other, bro. That's not good.
If you're a Ferrari fan or
That's-
Fred Vasseur sitting on the pit wall.
That's not good. Holy shit, they were close. They were within a meter. They were like a feet apart on that turn exactly. I'm not sure like how it's gonna be in the dressing room of Ferrari, but yeah, I think Lewis Hamilton has to chase Russell. He don't have to focus on Charles Leclerc. That should be the team orders now. So, but yeah, let's see how it's gonna go.
Russell is free at least now through this higher speed section of the circuit, and he's going to be wanting to make some daylight between himself and Lewis Hamilton, and he's pulled away through that section.
He has pulled away actually. It's horrible. The pace, the difference is like 0.8 seconds.
We've had in the opening 5 laps.
1/10 of a second within a lap.
It's been like a carbon copy of Melbourne and the Grand Prix, and we're certainly getting plenty of excitement at the start of race.
For the first few laps, yeah.
Melbourne last week when George
Antonelli is still behind Piastri, so yeah, that's a worry for Mercedes.
Charles Leclerc's tyre on the inside of his front left tyre, that looks a little bit angry if you ask me.
It does already, and I think Lewis's isn't great either. Lewis, just
That won't be a good exit.
earlier
Exactly.
turn.
Charles Leclerc didn't have the proper exit on that turn.
Meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli is making a pass on Oscar Piastri down into the hairpin, so he's now up into fifth.
Yeah, that was a nice pass on the on Piastri basically from the outside. Antonelli is doing a great job. So yeah, I think now he's gonna catch up to Norris, but it's just 2 seconds of
Then comes Kimi Antonelli.
a gap. But yeah, I think Piastri hasn't given up on this thing. I think so. Yeah, let's see how it happens.
Meanwhile, Liam Lawson, who started on the medium tyre here, is up in the 9th place and might be eyeing a points finish.
Started 8 and now it's 13. Max Verstappen is living the nightmare. Max Verstappen is living the nightmare. Absolutely.
His eyes everywhere, looking left and right.
He
As you
certainly
feel
didn't
like you're
expect to go wheel to wheel with Valtteri Bottas.
No, I'm sure not. That wasn't part of their pre-race strategy. Here's the move I wanted to see.
This is Antonelli.
Ooh, it's Antonelli's mistake.
Just locked up, and there was nothing that Hadjar could really do there.
And he's
Yeah,
got a
it was an
10
Antonelli
time
mistake. I
penalty
think
for
there's gonna be some penalty in.
overtakes to get himself
There's
back
gonna
on
be
the
some
field.
penalty for Antonelli as well. So again, back to back, Antonelli is cursed for this year, I guess.
Hasn't really
A lot of issues in the Australian GP, lot of issues here as well.
What, 2-3 tenths a lap?
Oh, Louis, I think he's struggling. Copy.
He is.
So now it's gonna be
Gonna have a go here, Crofty.
masala, what we in India, how we say it. It's gonna be, now we are gonna get some masala basically. So yeah, let's see. Oh, Charles Leclerc is gonna dive into that inside. No, oh, Piastri is not gonna defend that. What the hell? That was a bad pass. That was a bad defense from Norris. That was a bad defense from Norris. You know, that was bad. That was just bad. Didn't defend at the inside line, break too early. You know, he was playing safe. Charles Leclerc attacked the inside and he's in the lead.
Up into second place.
Wow, they're just close. They're like just inches away from each other.
Leclerc did that intentionally. He knew that Lewis was going to try and hang it around the outside, so he just let the car ease out as wide as he possibly
Kimi
could.
Antonelli with the fastest lap, but I think let's see if Charles Leclerc can
Defensive boost
chase down Russell.
straight.
The gap is 2 seconds, and I think Leclerc has the capacity here to fight him. Let's see how it goes. I think they should not be focusing on defending with each other rather than attacking George Russell. That should be the team order, but I'm not sure what they're talking for the moment. Now let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Did extra damage to their front left tyres.
And I think George Russell, Mercedes have their grading problems, but they have a pace advantage, so he can.
They have the
put
pace
up with it a
advantage
little
for
bit
sure.
easier. And has he checked out in front now? 2 seconds the gap between Russell and Leclerc. I'm monitoring the gap between Antonelli and Lawson at the moment, and he's within he's more than 10 seconds clear of Liam Lawson. So when he gets that penalty, he would finish 8th as it stands currently. Bernie Collins, see you at race control.
Yeah, just a quick one, Crofty. Oliver Behrman running really well in that P7 position. Just
Yeah,
at the edge of
Oliver
the
Behrman
points.
did a
He
good
is
job.
actually benefiting from Isaac Hadjar directly behind having that damage. And
Yeah.
he's created a lovely little tree in for him.
Bro, Max Verstappen have not yet passed Bartolomeo. I think there is some issue with the car. That's definitely, you can look at the screen. He is closing in, but like he's nowhere near. He's nowhere near that car.
Lawson was
For
driving
sure.
here last year in his final race for the team.
Ferrari is still fighting.
Lewis
Oh,
Hamilton
Lewis Hamilton with the inside line. Lewis Hamilton with the inside line. Charles Leclerc with the inside line.
Two Ferraris going wheel to wheel over the curb. Goes Charles
What
Leclerc.
the hell? That was beautiful.
And we're on board now.
That was
with the
beautiful.
Ferrari Of Charles Leclerc stays ahead of Lewis Hamilton, but Hamilton can he come back at the hairpin? No. Door slammed. Well and truly shot in his face there.
Yeah, Lewis.
That was
severe
beautiful.
front left graining now on that Ferrari, so I'm surprised he actually had enough front grip.
There is
to
no contact. This
go
was
back
such
to
a
the
clean
inside
race. There
into
was
turn
such
two.
a high quality
His teammate going
overtakes
And
in
I tell
3
you,
turns.
letting this go. Kimi
We have to see the replay. We have to see the replay. Guys, please.
For this Ferrari, and because
We have to see the replay.
just hunting them down. The more they squabble, the closer Kimi's going to get.
And Isaac Hadjar under big pressure now from Liam Lawson.
Liam Lawson, yeah.
Starting to go off after 9 laps of this sprint race, which George Russell leads. He'd only ever led.
George Russell is 3.2 ahead. That's what I'm trying to say. The first few lap is good, but then Russell just pulls off, and the gap gonna be like somewhere around 6 or 7 seconds. Because Ferrari was stupid and they were fighting each other rather than focusing on putting the pressure on the George Russell. They were fighting with each other. So yeah, let's see how it goes in this favor.
Kimi Antonelli, 18 years and 201
Does he
days
know
old.
how wide all these cars are? Then
What the
we can
hell?
complain about turn 3, that's okay.
They are not happy.
Well, Charles Leclerc not overly happy.
Not
with
overly
his
happy
teammate
at all.
driving there, and his teammate defending ferociously against Lewis Hamilton, against Kimi Antonelli as Lawson gets past Hadjar now and up into 8th place.
I thought it was hard but fair racing between the two.
It was fair racing. It was seriously hard, but that was beautiful. That was soulful. That was soulful.
It's Mother's Day in the UK tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day to mums everywhere, and Lewis Hamilton's mum, as she was in Australia, here to cheer her boy on by the side of the track. Did you get your Mother's Day presents all sorted before you came away, Anne?
Oh, I'd be giving away secrets, wouldn't it, Crofty?
Listen,
Yes, tomorrow.
Mrs. Davidson,
They could be watching.
not at this time of the morning, surely. Well done to everyone back in the
You
UK.
can
Ireland. If
see
have
the
not
tire
enjoyed
of
this sprint race,
front
so
left
far it's been well
on
worth
Mercedes.
and we do not
They're
know
not in a
how
good
this is
shape.
gonna all
I'm not
pan
sure
out.
if it's graining or anything, but yeah, they're definitely not in a good shape.
Is coming here at
That
Lewis
battery
Hamilton.
deployment
He's
is
gaining,
scary.
he's gaining.
Again on the
Huge
inside
bits of
line.
battery energy to try and move a bit closer to the Ferrari. Sadly for him, couldn't get him into the
Gasly at 10, Hadjar at 9.
Look at the state of his
I have never in 2021, I think Sergio Perez did one race when Max Verstappen was the main driver, the hero driver for that. But I think other than that, I have never seen the second seat of Red Bull is securing more points than Max Verstappen. There is something off. He's still 0.5 seconds behind Bartholomew, and Hadjar is in 9th position. I mean, I'm not sure what happened there. Of course, his car stalled a little bit. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, Hamilton is very good now in terms of like battery deployment and battery recharging. But yeah, I'm not sure that his car has the pace in the straight line or something like that. But for him, the car for the battery deployment is amazing. He's able to conserve a lot of battery compared to the guys behind him. So yeah, I think he has the advantage. He got the trick done properly. But yeah, let's see if he has the pace on the straight line.
State of charge through this part of the corner here, turn 11 into turn 12.
Hadjar with a damaged car is giving a competition, and staying at 9th position is amazing. It's truly amazing.
Maybe decide, does the driver in front, you have to preempt, are they going to use it as the defense mechanism?
4 second
Should I use
gap.
mine as an attack mechanism?
4 second gap.
Second guess whether it's okay.
Oh, now he's gonna dive in the inside line. Antonelli goes and destroys Hamilton. Hamilton has no choice.
Exactly, which he will have, because we know they started through turn 12 evenly.
But he might not have the grip out of turn 14 to try and get
Now the battery deployment for Lewis Hamilton gonna kick in, but let's see how it's gonna happen.
But I think Kimi Antonelli, learning a bit more as he goes along, has kept some in reserve.
Hedgehog and Gasly is getting good. It's getting spicy.
Very close to Isaac Hadjar and can't quite get the overtake done into 14.
Yeah, so Antonelli survives that potential repass from Hamilton, and he just got such natural speed.
Arvid has to retire the car now.
Poor old Lindblad
That was sad.
to retire the car.
That was
He
sad.
only had 6 laps in practice. A mechanical issue stopped him on the track. He went into qualifying and managed to get himself up to 15th on the grid, and then had that spin on the opening lap and has been trundling along at the back. So they're going to retire that car, leaving us 21 in this race. Bottas will be running last.
Perez is going to be on 19th then.
19th and 18th. Alex Albon
I cannot believe that, you know, Cadillac is not able to compete with Aston Martin at this point. It's just disappointing. Like, bro, they have the worst car. How the hell are we not able to, you know, defeat Aston Martin? And we have 3.7 second gap.
Now, having got past Hadjar just a moment ago, Behrman runs 8th, and in the final points place, Liam Lawson.
Like I predicted, it was spicy in the first few laps. It was spicy. I really hoped that Ferrari would win, but yeah, like I said, I predicted that it's gonna be George, it's gonna be Antonelli, and it's gonna be Ferrari on the third. You know, so Charles Leclerc. But yeah, you know.
So Hamilton will get that third place back again if he stays within 10 seconds. Then Leclerc second. George Russell is leading this race, and we're on lap 13 of 19. Let's head to Bernie Collins.
Yes, Croft, you're just going to pick up McLaren. You said they're running a little bit off the pace, but looking for opportunity. Always.
Sainz is on 13, so he overtook Bartholomew. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, I think the team order is going to be to give the position to Verstappen. I'm not sure. They haven't shown us the overtake for Bartholomew and Ocon here by Max Verstappen. So yeah.
Oh, Valtteri Bottas is coming in.
Valtteri Bottas is coming in. This is horrible from Cadillac. This is horrible. This is the first season for sure. I understand, but you have like one of the best drivers who has competed at Hulkenberg. Stop the car. Okay, so now we have a yellow flag.
Is this that safety car
Okay.
that Bernie Collins was talking about, where the McLarens could get in and maybe make a pit stop? We'll see if the safety car comes out. Verstappen,
yes, 6 laps.
Isaac Hadjar, who's dropping back down the field. That soft tyre gamble not working out for him in this race. Kimi Antonelli now on Charles Leclerc. Kimi Antonelli down towards the hairpin.
What did I say? What did I say?
He's done it just before we get the safety car. George Russell rounds the final corner, and Antonelli slows down, and so will the rest. But will the McLarens come into pit, because they've got that gap to Liam Lawson? And this, oh look, we've already got in the pits and Antonelli. And
there is a double pit stop for Ferrari. See, that's where the danger happens. You know, this is what I don't trust.
So Mercedes, yeah, double stacking here, but they had enough time between the two cars, luckily, and that was a really important pass, wasn't it, for Antonelli to get that done, as you pointed out, Crofty.
This is gonna be bad. I believe that this is gonna be bad.
Because they were double stacking at Ferrari.
Wow, no mistakes by Ferrari. No mistakes by Ferrari. This is something new. I was not prepared for this.
Even on a good day, Ferrari seemingly get it wrong with the strategy. Lewis lost so much time just waiting behind Leclerc.
Exactly.
Many people now pitting still. Williams are coming in too.
That is a shocker for Kimi Antonelli. He has severely lost out in that pit stop.
Exactly.
Procedure.
Oh, this is a bad pit stop for Max Verstappen and Hedgehog as well.
And he's got a 10-second penalty to come.
Oh, horrible pit stop for Hedgehog. I think this was a chaos. The pit stop chaos. Pit stop chaos. Absolutely pit stop chaos.
But I didn't see what happened to Antonelli. He looked like ample time for the team to get themselves prepared for his arrival.
Yeah.
Definitely he had more time than Lewis Hamilton did, for example.
He served the penalty, didn't he?
He served that penalty there.
Because he came in, he served the 10-second penalty.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I'd have probably kept him out, to be fair.
Good spot, Crofty.
I mean, depending on
that's
how
a beautiful
long
tractor.
it takes to recover, but would it have been better to keep Kimi Antonelli
That's
out
a beautiful tractor.
Get track position, he would have been leading the race when Bernd Meyer.
We had amazing tractors in 2025 as well. If you know, you know.
More than a 10-second gap. or could he open up a decent...
Oh, double overtake by Max Verstappen. That's what happened.
Turn one.
That's what happened. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
With expected him to do that, as Hajar had
Big lock-up.
Big
That's
lock
a big lock-up from Max Verstappen on the inside. Isaac Hajar thinking, right, okay, Max, I'm just going to hang this out, let you go. That's not what I expected you to be doing.
We saw one car do that to me earlier on and got hit because of it. And that's
Go, Max
why we saw
Verstappen,
that
Hajar and Ocon, I guess, right? Like, wow, they're fighting for life out there.
Right, recovery vehicle is there for Nico Hulkenberg. Steve Nielsen is with us on the pit wall.
That's a beautiful tractor.
Steve, managing director of the Alpine team. Great to have you with us for the first time. You're a long-serving Enstone man. Pierre Gasly had an opportunity for points today. Has that slipped away a little bit?
Hey Crofty, good to join you guys. Well, obviously we had a good start and Pierre slipped back a bit, but it just shows the strategy involved with how you use your deployment in this generation of cars. All is not lost, and the people that passed us are not that far away, so let's see what happens.
So, Steve, in these kind of situations, as we saw with a few drivers, can you use all of your battery just before that safety car, and then obviously under the safety car you'll top it back up again? Are you allowed to do that?
I believe so. I think that's what we're doing. So
we're all in it together. Yeah, we're all learning together.
Exactly.
It's been a crazy race so far. You are under investing.
That was a bad stop. That was a bad stop. Bad release by Mercedes for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had our P-top on the top of the chassis has a little cover on it, and we managed to release the car with that still fitted. So I don't think that's going to be a sporting penalty. It'll probably be a post-race, a post-sprint fine.
That was good.
I mean, we shouldn't have done it, and we'll learn from it.
Ooh, so, very close to the McLaren. Very close to the McLaren.
Steve, thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk more in qualifying.
Antonelli has lost such a position. I think he shouldn't have come to the pit. I think it was going to be 16th lap by the time of 16th or 17th lap. It was just 2-lap race. Anything could have happened for sure, but this was a bad I mean, anyway, he got a 10-second penalty or 5-second penalty, but yeah, I think there was no escape from this. This was inevitable for Antonelli. That was sad. That was sad. That was sad. My prediction would have been right, but yeah, he got a penalty. So nothing can be done on that. Everyone is on soft other than Lawson, who is on hard, Bam, who is on medium.
The reason why they served that penalty, Crofty, when they did for Antonelli is because the field was still spread out. Yeah. And now they're all completely bunched together. If you think about it, if they served the penalty right at the end of the race instead, then you'd be dropping right to the back. Oh, look at
Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon. Carlos Sainz got sleeping. He was sleeping.
He's about to crash in my back all the time, that guy.
Understood.
On a double yellow as well.
Well, was he caught out a bit by Esteban Ocon, or was he just not watching carefully enough?
Chain reaction, isn't it? When you're in traffic and everybody is on and off the brakes, and you're trying to keep the temperature in your brakes, of course. So
it's gonna be 17th lap start for sure.
I was a bit surprised,
and I think this was just a bad move, man. I think this was just a bad move.
It's very quick on the radio there to try.
Leclerc getting position. I think Norris is in third. That's a surprise. I think Hamilton will fight. Hamilton will have like 2 swords on Norris, and will try to attack him. And I think Norris don't have the car to defend as well. So let's see how it's gonna go. But it's just 2 laps, so yeah, the luck might turn into the favor of Norris. So he has to defend. He has to defend for 2 laps itself. But
with the gap to Liam Lawson.
Yeah, let's see. I think Hamilton can get on a podium, but let's see.
Thanks, Ted.
What happened in the last corner was that wheel spin, the problem with the gearbox.
Looking into it.
Looking into it.
So
looking into it.
Potentially with Charles Leclerc.
Looking into it.
Is coming in at the end of this lap. Now we started
this
race with 5
This is just horrible.
Go, and the Ferraris got away really well. Who's to say that won't happen again when we get going once the safety car... Oh, good, it's just wheel spin, say Ferrari. When the safety car peels away, George Russell is going to have to watch his mirrors again, I think.
He really will. So, yeah, let's see now how this one unfolds. Like you say, we've seen a standing start a few times, but
But yeah, I think let's see how it's gonna happen. Like, but yeah, I think let's see.
I think this was just a bad move, man. I think this was just a bad move. Sorry, quick right here. Leclerc getting position. I think Norris is in third.
So safety car is ending now. Safety car is ending now. So let's see who's gonna win and how they're gonna win.
Wheel spin yet again. That has given George Russell a massive advantage here.
Massive advantage, man. Massive advantage.
Charles Leclerc on the back foot as there goes the green flag waving for the drivers, and away we go.
That was a bad. I think that was a car mistake. It was not a driver mistakes at all.
From Liam Lawson going into the first turn, and the Ferraris didn't start the restart as well as they started the actual start.
And I think Antonelli also had a pretty terrible restart there, Crofty, and lost a position to Piastri.
Yes, he did. Piastri ahead now of Kimi Antonelli. And here comes Ollie Bearman. Didn't change his tyres. Those mediums might warm up a bit quicker than the hard tyres, so Lawson under pressure. There's Pierre Gasly scrapping away with Esteban.
Perez is in still 19th position. This is horrible, man. This is horrible.
Very close here.
Yeah, horrible.
Lawson to try and make up another point in this sprint race. Currently running in 6th. Out in front, George Russell was a second clear. Lewis Hamilton is right.
Piastri is catching up very fast. Piastri is catching up. He's catching bodies.
Kimi Antonelli. And Bearman, I should say. So Piastri's got ahead of Bearman right in the back. Antonelli just bogged down a bit behind the British driver and his former teammate in F2.
Yeah, so Bearman obviously dropping like a stone here, Crofty, on those older tyres.
Old medium tyre,
That's why Piastri and Antonelli are making very quick work of that.
Bearman's fighting this one down the back straight though. He's going wheel to wheel with Antonelli. Russell's got the advantage. Hamilton on Norris didn't quite make it.
Well, Antonelli's Piastri overtook me before the finish line. Okay.
Antonelli gets the move done on Bearman.
Okay, so we have to, I think Stuart will look into this, like Piastri moving before the finish line, so let's see how it goes.
Which Hamilton has just crossed behind Lando Norris.
I told you, Hamilton, wow, Leclerc and Hamilton, Ferrari on the podium, both Ferrari on the podium. It's going to be such a big win. It's going to be such a big win.
Right at the back of the field, that's not going to make much difference to his afternoon. Will there be a penalty though for Oscar Piastri?
5-second time penalty? Safety car infringement.
Antonelli now on the back of Liam Lawson, fresh soft tyres, should steam down the inside on the man from New Zealand and does so. Lawson will try and fight this back though on the exit, and he didn't quite have the grip. So Lawson tumbles down into 7th and Antonelli up to 6th, and he can get back at Piastri again.
Give the place back, yeah, give the place back or get penalty. Give the place back or get the penalty.
So Antonelli will move up in a 5th.
That's definitely the sensible thing to do there, Crofty. So you must let Antonelli
and he has given the place as well, so yeah, that's gonna be a bad night for McLaren, especially from Piastri. He understands that he could have won the 2025 championship if not the bullshit papaya rules and the modulation papaya rules as per their wish in the favor of Lando Norris that it went. So yeah, I think that was just bad. He's gonna have nightmares for lifelong if he cannot get a competitive car again in his life. So yeah, let's see how it's gonna go. It's an inside line. It's an amazing overtake. Amazing overtake.
Gasly wide. Max Verstappen says, yeah, cheers, I'll have some of that, and takes the place of Pierre Gasly and almost takes the place of Esteban Ocon.
Hey, he had to think about that.
Esteban Ocon and Max Verstappen. Bro, I've never thought that I'll see this fight, but yeah, Ocon has an inside line. Max Verstappen with blazing out of the outside line. He's so fast, but Ocon is still hugging on the inside line. Charles Leclerc with the fastest lap. He is catching up to Russell, but yeah, he doesn't have the laps to do so. So yeah, nothing can be done. And I think at still this point, Russell is not pushing up to the max. He is not pushing up to the max. We have not seen Russell getting that kind of pace other than the first few laps of the race of Australian GP and this sprint as well. So let's see how it's gonna go.
of Liam Lawson. No further investigation. Piastri giving that place back. The stewards are more than satisfied. And
Yeah,
George
exactly.
Russell will be more than satisfied with the way this sprint has gone. He's been under pressure, but once again, like in Melbourne, he's come through it. Anthony.
He's come
driven
through
really
it.
well. I mean, Leclerc has actually gained some time here on
Yeah,
the race lead, down to 8
exactly.
tenths now
0.8
on this back
seconds
straight.
is
So
the
is he
difference
giving
now.
Absolutely everything here, Leclerc on Russell.
Yeah, but it's too late.
But George is looking in
Too
his
late.
mirror to see where he is. And I think he's a bit too far back, Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
Shanghai Sprint on a Saturday morning. George Russell won in Melbourne, the opening Grand Prix of the season. He's won the opening sprint race of the season too. Russell wins here in Shanghai. It's Mercedes, Ferrari as Leclerc and Hamilton cross the line second and third. Lando Norris fourth. This battle still going on behind. Liam Lawson will make it to the line just ahead.
Liam
of
Lawson
Ollie Behrman, who placed the
and
final
Oliver
place
Behrman.
and finished 4/10 ahead of
You know,
Max
ahead of
Verstappen. And he
Verstappen.
might have been a
This
bit
is a
concerned
nightmare for
today,
him.
Toto Wolff, but we'll get that
This is
smile
a nightmare for him.
Antonelli fifth, Piastri sixth, and then Lawson and Behrman, Verstappen.
He's gonna
Ocon
use that
finishing
clause.
seventh, Gasly in 11th, and Sainz, Bortoletto, Colapinto and Hadjar. A soft tyre just didn't work for him in the middle part of this race. Albon, Alonso, Stroll and Perez.
That's
And we lost
enough
Hulkenberg, Bottas.
for today, guys. I think the results were as expected. I was hoping that, Antonelli will be in the second place, but yeah, it's good to see, both Ferrari in the podium positions, and it's fantastic to see how the race has come. It's fantastic to see that, with with the new tires, Charles Leclerc was able to reduce the gap from 1.2, I think it was, I'm not sure exactly, but to 6/10 of a second, 0.6 seconds behind in close to 2 laps. So I think if the car can give the same performance for majority of the race, then it's gonna be so awesome. So yeah, I think at 1 o'clock IST it's gonna be qualifying. So yeah, we'll check you guys out there on the qualifying session. So have a nice day till then. Take care.